Their crucial match against the Reds with international defenders Rio Ferdinand and Javier Margas ruled out. The only first-choice centre-back available is Neil Ruddock, recently arrived after 5 years with Liverpool. Supporting him at the back, Ian Pearce and long-serving Steve Potts. In midfield, an extension of the family involvement. Frank Lampard Jr. is Harry Redknapp's nephew and Jamie Redknapp's cousin. The attack is boosted by the arrival of Ian Wright after 7 great seasons at Arsenal. Liverpool lost here last season, and maybe with that in mind they've changed a winning team. Striker Karl-Heinz Riedler is rested, so Steve McManaman and Patrick Berger will support Michael Owen. The new man brought in is Steve Harkness, who will slot into the midfield. Liverpool has never lost when Jamie Redknapp and Paul Ince have started together in the midfield. For Ince, it's a return to his old club.
Well, West Ham kick off without a victory in their 2 matches here at home so far. The 4-3 crash to Wimbledon following that 0-0 against Manchester United. Liverpool, for their part, have won both of their away games at Southampton and Newcastle. First aerial challenge for Stan Lazaridis, this match being beamed live to his native Australia. A lot of his personal fans viewing from afar. Well, there was a late challenge on Pegum that the referee saw, and he also saw the culprit, John Moncur. Liverpool were just trying to put some passes together. Play pulled back for a free kick. I mentioned Lomas out of the team. That's the injury that Moncur owes his place to. And it is Jamie Redknapp. I suppose you could say the Redknapp family, they can't win but they can't lose over the events here, but they're men of great pride, father and son. Very, very close, the family, and those close feelings just put aside for the next couple of hours or so. Liverpool have been playing with a great deal of poise in their early matches. Here's Trevor Sinclair. And was a big hit when he came here towards the end of last season from Queen's Park Rangers. Stopped by Steve Staunton. Pearce, who won a championship medal back in '95 with Blackburn. Right. He won one last season with Arsenal, although he didn't finish the campaign as a regular with them. And West Ham have a free kick. Liverpool back in numbers and not far enough back as far as the defensive wall is concerned. Berkovic and Moncur doing the debating. It's teed up for Hartson, but that's before the referee is ready for the free kick to be taken. So will it be the same plan? Neil Ruddock working on the edge of things. Ale Berkovic, well, he's mishit it, quite fortunate to get a corner, but a corner it is. Berkovic, the Israeli attacking midfield player. Frank Lampard to take the corner. Bundled into the back of the net. It's a very strange goal, but it's a goal nonetheless for West Ham. They were lucky to get the corner. And Liverpool have had problems defending these situations already this season. John Hartson's header hitting Jamie Carragher and going in to give West Ham an early lead, and Liverpool, the league leaders, an early problem. Very different type of approach that West Ham have to deal with in the way Wimbledon played against them. Hartson. Oh, it's a great pass for Sinclair, right in the centre. Hartson as well at the far post, and he goes! Well, he has started well. The Welshman, who of course was at Arsenal with Ian Wright. It's Sinclair looking for the Wright-Hartson combination in the centre. And Liverpool labouring on a cross again. Potts. Berkovic. Staunton will get there, but it only goes to Moncur. Sinclair waiting in the wide position. In for Potts, who doesn't often get this far forward and has only ever scored once in getting on for 450 appearances for the club, some of those in tandem with Paul Ince all those years ago. Surprise factor in that attack, Steve Potts. It's a corner. Again, Lampard the man to clip it in. Carragher got to the ball this time, Hartson coming in behind him. West Ham try again. Ruddock just complaining, although he did it with a rather impish smile, that Patrick Berger wasn't back the full distance. The assistant there trying to make sure that happens. Hartson. Oh, Ian Pearce. It dropped so invitingly, but the invitation was snubbed in the end. In comes Hartson. Another deflection off Carragher. And leaning back, Ian Pearce, who was regarded earlier in his career as a striker, but that wasn't an effort that any striker would have been proud of. Could easily have been 2-0 West Ham. Ince. McManaman. And Sinclair slipping away from Harkness, taken on by Berkovic. Hartson was reaching for that, he didn't wrap his foot right round it. Pearce there before Berger. Here's Bad. Owen. A lot of Liverpool players in the middle, but Michael Owen didn't really have eyes for them. Four goals for Owen so far this season, and they've come in the 2 away games. Harkness. McManaman, but Mazaridis thought he might get there first, but Redknapp perhaps surprised him. Ince. Harkness, no one quick to him, he can line up a shot here. Oh, and the deflection could have gone to Michael Owen. Steve Harkness coming on to it. No one ran with him or moved out towards him from the West Ham point of view. Berger. Volley from McManaman. That's back pass, awkward for Brad Friedel, who's manufactured some sort of clearance. West Ham's throw in, Wright in a hurry to take it. Berkovic. Wright is there again. It's surprisingly not in the centre at the moment, but they're passing their way through beautifully. without the need of the direct cross, and Liverpool were rather labouring again. Here's Lampard. Moncur. Lazaridis. Chance for Hartson once more, and it's blocked behind by Staunton. Wasn't an easy angle to go for goal. That's what he was aiming for, rather than consider knocking it back across the face. Not a bother for Frank Lampard. He would be expected to take the corner. Just time to tell you that Southampton's problems are multiplying at Newcastle. They've had Jason Dodd sent off. They are 2-0 down, let me remind you. It's Lazaridis to take the corner. Right. Well, it's half-time, and West Ham got off to a flyer here. John Hartson's goal owing a great deal to a big deflection off Jamie Carragher. And the West Ham have played with plenty of verve, and certainly Hartson's aerial ability has troubled Liverpool on other occasions as well. And Liverpool, who came into this game leaving out one of their forwards, Karl-Heinz Riedler, for an extra midfield man, might be looking at some revision of that policy during the half-time break. At half-time at Upton Park, it's West Ham 1, Liverpool 0. So Liverpool start the second half, hoping to start it better than they began the first. Forward by Carragher. Good glancing contact by Wright for Berkovic. Hartson might get through here. Still John Hartson. And in the end, Carragher shepherded it behind, but Phil Babb had an important part in John Hartson not finishing that off. Babb was beaten initially and then just got a touch on the ball there, and it was always more difficult for Hartson to beat Brad Friedel from that point. Although he got the ball past the goalkeeper, there was no power on it, and it was nothing more than a scare for Liverpool. Reading Roddick's mind, as Liverpool players might do. Carragher. Just pinching it back from Pearce, but a handball. Babb in front of Hartson. Goes for Pearce. Doing well against the Welsh forward once more. Chance for Owen to accelerate, but Lazaridis covered round well. Liverpool, the only points they've dropped so far, a goalless draw at home with Arsenal. McManaman. Carragher to Veigar Hegem, who was actually the player alongside John Hartson when that header bounced in off Carragher for the only goal of the game so far, and it's a surprise to have seen a Norwegian doing that marking job, or trying to do it. Whether it was just he picked up the nearest man, and Liverpool were not responding to the drilling that I'm sure the coaching staff would have given them about defending at set plays. McManaman, Hegem. Final ball has been a problem for the side governed by Roy Evans and Gerard Houllier. Not some bettering bad that time, but Staunton able to tidy up. Hegem. Redknapp. McManaman. Now possibilities for Liverpool here. McManaman trying to slip it through. Owen was sprinting into that space. Appreciated how he was given the ball in the first place. Steve McManaman, who's been conspicuous in his team play in Liverpool's games so far this season, but because he's not fully fit, maybe hasn't quite adorned the matches with his own great individual skills. Here's a chance here, and he opts for the pass rather than the run. And again, Owen, well, the obvious target. Lazaridis tries to be so positive down the left-hand side for West Ham. Berkovic is then knocking it away from Ince. Potts. Lampard. Now Moncur. Berkovic, Hartson. Ian Wright is there, and Berkovic as well. Oh! It's two! A.L. Berkovic! And at pretty much about the same time as in the first half. 4 minutes or so since the restart. West Ham have done it again, and Brad Friedel taken by surprise. Berkovic, who loves to feed on things around the edge of the penalty area. And Hartson got the ball to him. He wasted no time about the shot. Well, Hartson, just a short, sharp pass, and whether Friedel didn't get a good view of the shot because of the two Liverpool players in front of him, that's possibly the reason. But Steve Harkness, who was brought in today in place of Karl-Heinz Riedler, well, they're changed now. Riedler back in the team, and plan A has not worked out for Liverpool today, and they're reverting to the more familiar pattern. And there is no surprise in that at all. Potts. Right for Hartson. Ian Wright, it's a clever ball from Hartson, trying to just bend it in behind the Liverpool defenders. Hegem reacted, and there's some pressure from the West Ham captain today. Redknapp. Redknapp very happy. Harry and Jamie trying to do something out here to get Liverpool back in the game. Riedler waits for Jamie Redknapp again. Owen. And he's got Riedler to try and pick out. Steve Staunton there. Riedler repositioning in the centre. Ince going into the middle as well. Knocked away from Owen by Neil Ruddock. Ince to link up here with Berger. Well, the scene is really set. Liverpool have got to take a risk or two, and West Ham will try and hit them on the break. Hartson too eager, certainly offside. Staunton. But for a team that's lost a 3-goal lead this week already and ended up empty-handed, just feel if Liverpool could get one, they could prey on a certain amount of uncertainty here. News of a red card at Everton. Frenchman Olivier Dacour has been dismissed against Leeds United. Ince. Now Patrick Berger. Well saved, Shaka Hislop, who had his critics in midweek, but he's got a clean sheet going here, and he preserved it by plunging quickly to his left. Liverpool have a corner. And now West Ham have a goal kick. Aston Villa 2, Wimbledon 0. Ian Taylor adding to that Paul Merson penalty on his Aston Villa debut. Wimbledon down to 10 men. Well, Patrick Berger hit this well, and Hislop dropped quickly to keep it out. And ball by Riedler, who just leant into that, right under the gaze of the assistant referee. The frustration would be for West Ham if they were to win today. They'd be thinking, where goodness knows how great it should have been. It should have beaten Wimbledon. There's still more than half an hour to go. Hartson. Oh, that's a terrific ball for Wright. Well, of course, they formed an understanding at Arsenal, maybe more in training than in matches, although they played a good time together in the first team. Ince. Owen. McManaman on the move is Hegem. Good play from Liverpool. Still Hegem. This is Matteo. Redknapp. And Berger. And back with Matteo. Sustained pressure from Liverpool. And it drops to McManaman. Just Shaka Hislop very relieved that when the shot finally reached him, it was at a comfortable pace. Well, at times they're riding their luck, as Neil Ruddock might consider in particular with the appeal for handball against him. Berger trying to let the pace of the ball do the work. Steve Potts. Just a throw. Liverpool wanting more than that. Throw again. Their way. Owen. That will be a free kick. Owen West Ham reacting as if the young man made more of it than he was entitled to do. Well, it's been Liverpool's best spell of the game. They're wise to wait for the wall to be taken back the required distance. So it's Jamie Redknapp. A wonderful reach by Shaka Hislop. Jamie Redknapp, who would know better than most that there might be some jitters for West Ham if it's pulled back to 2-1. And so close to that, it was very much on target. Lazaridis, right. Broken up again by Bab. McManaman. And a run at Ruddock. And Riedler looking for the through pass, but so too was Shaka Hislop. They must still feel that they're in with a chance here, Liverpool. They've offered much more in an attacking sense in the second half, and they've needed to, having gone 2-0 down. Wright and company trying to make it 3-0, but there are other possibilities, like using up a bit of time here, although he's still, well, 15 minutes exactly now, plus stoppage time. Taking too long, and Jeff Winter has seen this as a spot of time wasting. The card count rises. Right, maybe manufacture something for himself, but it's brought out with plenty of urgency by Berger. Matteo kept it in. Not the chalk on his boots though. McManaman. McAteer. Riedler! Well, is it not going to be Liverpool's day? They'll perhaps wonder now whether it was wise not to include Riedler as usual from the start. Here he is on as a substitute, and that's a textbook header from him, so unlucky. And we're inside the last 10 minutes now. Redknapp. McManaman. Well played by Ince to McAteer. Fox lets it run, but it'll be collected by Owen. And McManaman was poised there until it was flicked away from him by Lazaridis. That was an important touch for West Ham. McManaman with the corner. Riedler. Oh, the slice clearance that time, but Moncur made something of it. Right, there's a break on here with Lampard looking to take on Matteo. He's got his free kick. Frank Lampard will take the free kick himself. Carragher. Well, if he'd been that close to Hartson in the first 5 minutes of the game, maybe we'd have a different story to bring you here. But so far, it's a wonderful story for followers of West Ham United. And Neil Ruddock, who makes his move. It's touched away by Carragher again from Hartson. It comes for Ruddock. Oh. Well, he enjoyed the strike. Imagine how he'd have felt had that put the game beyond Liverpool's reach. Right, quite deliberately not going for it, knowing Ruddock was there. McManaman. McAteer. Jamie Redknapp. That's Sinclair. Berkovic almost through for the sort of run that Wright loves. But, he took a knock. Liverpool showing scant sympathy for that. This is McManaman. And now McAteer, Redknapp. McAteer gets the cross. Riedler! Well, it's been coming. And the Liverpool goal annoying the West Ham players who feel that they were handicapped because Eyal Berkovic, who is still down in the centre circle, they were a man light, and the referee let the game go on to Liverpool's considerable benefit. Redknapp going on, and well held by Shaka Hislop. One of those situations where the goalkeeper chooses to catch it. He has to make sure that he does it. He could have turned it aside and maybe have invited more pressure from the corner. That's taken some of the immediate heat out of the situation. Bad. Hopeful ball from McAteer. Flag up against Ian Wright. Some of the supporters thought it was the final whistle. Redknapp. Bit of room here for Owen. Lampard across to help Lazaridis. Michael Owen not giving it up and hitting the deck, I think, through his own desire to fall, shall we say. Well, on my watch we have had the 5 extra minutes, but of course the referee is still the sole arbiter when it comes to time. Redknapp. Carragher. West Ham United have won it. Harry Redknapp is a winner. Jamie Redknapp a loser. Liverpool going down for the first time this season, despite Karl-Heinz Riedler coming on and scoring to rattle West Ham's cage late on. And the question, although it's so easy to be wise after the event, why Riedler didn't start the game. A game in which West Ham scored early in each half through a deflected John Hartson header, and then a shot that surprised Brad Friedel from Eyal Berkovic. They've enjoyed their victory here today, and a lot of these fans will be saying, as Neil Ruddock, of course, particularly pleased against Liverpool, and that's a lovely touch with Jamie Redknapp at the end. But the feeling in the West Ham camp will be, if only we'd gone on from being 3-0 up against Wimbledon on Wednesday night and won that game instead of losing, how much even rosier the picture would be. But they're happy, the Hammers, tonight. It's West Ham United 2, Liverpool 1.